What is the supreme law of the land?
Don't rob, don't kill, don't steal.
Love your neighbor as yourself.
Declaration of Independence.
Unity, diversity.
Constitution.
Okay.
We have a thing called the Constitution, which I cherish.
What is the name of the economic system we have here in the United States?
I couldn't tell you.
The dollar bill.
Dollar bill, yeah.
Capitalism.
Democratic socialism?
Thank God it's not. Can you name the 3 branches of government?
Oh my God. I actually can't do that.
Can I get some help? Hands up.
I surrender!
Yes, there was something I saw recently. It's a Trump supporter. He put this out on Twitter. Don't trust people who are saying just what you want to hear. He took Vivek and Obama that they are just the same people. Then I begin to wonder what is going on here. But that is not our talking point. Recently, Fox News had this interview with Gen Z to actually discover if they know why they even vote. Asking basic questions was something I realized none of them could actually answer. About 8 questions, 2 could not get it right. It is to actually signal to you what Vivek has been proposing, that you should pass a civil test before you cast the vote.
I give up!
Legislative.
Yikes.
Judicial, legislative, executive.
Supreme Court?
I haven't studied this. I don't know.
How many original colonies were there?
I'm going to take a strong guess and say 25.
10.
13?
I don't know.
I didn't mean to say that.
Name some of them.
Plymouth.
Florida?
United States, Spain, and Brazil.
Maryland, Delaware, Virginia.
Pennsylvania was the best because it was the spookiest.
Woo! Women didn't always have the right to vote. Do you remember when they gained the right?
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Spit it out. After World War II?
1862.
1942.
1980.
1920?
Go ahead and clap.
What is the name of our national anthem?
Is there another name other than the national anthem?
Oh my God.
Star Spangled Banner.
The Star Strangled Banner.
Who did it strangle?
The United States.
Good morning, Rat.
Who are you? What is this?
Don't make me laugh.
You're going to be on Jesse Waters Prime Time. What do you want to tell Jesse Waters of Fox News Channel?
Jesse Waters, have a great day.
Not good on the spot, not a tester.
Keep doing cartwheels. I hear that you have great maple syrup, Jesse.
Where'd you hear that from?
I heard it from the grapevine.
Yes, the Washington Examiner recently did this research and put out a poll. 60% of Gen Z says they rather lose their right to vote than give up on TikTok, and only 16% says they are proud to be American. The absence of national pride is a serious threat to our future. We need to teach kids to be proud of our country, not ashamed of it. That is a poll, and Elon Musk even went on the comment section when Vivek shared this video on Twitter. Who did the poll? I had to click the link to realize Washington Examiner actually did this research. That was the result. They prefer to stay on TikTok than to cast their vote. It's a national threat, according to Vivek.
All right, so Vivek, is this a real proposal? Because a constitutional amendment, it's kind of tough to get through.
I think this is a moment for national unity, Jesse, and this is not a Republican idea or a Democratic idea. It is addressing a crisis of national pride in our country. 60% of young Americans now say that they would sooner give up their right to vote than to give up their access to TikTok. This is a crisis. Young people do not value a country they're just passively inheriting. We value a country that we have a stake in creating, in building, in knowing something about. And so, yes, I want to revive citizenship. I want to revive civic duty. We ask immigrants to pass that test for a reason. That's a good thing. Every 18-year-old in this country should have to know the same thing that an immigrant does, too. That will revive our civic spirit, and it's part of a broader nationalist vision.
Yes, there is something, I don't know if Vivek actually understand. They have been talking on this issue of voter abnormality. Some says when they cast their vote, it will not be counted because they decide who is to rule. Meaning, at the end of the day, they believe, I don't want to call the name, that casting the votes to them is useless because at the end, they will still choose their leader. It has been a major talking point to some people I know. They rather stay at home, stay on TikTok, than to cast a vote. That is the way they back up this. Vivek had an interview with Breaking Point. They had a lot to discuss pertaining to this issue of testing before you can vote. This is what he had to say. Take a look at this.
You talked there about voting, and actually one of the more controversial things that you've put forward is a proposition that to be able to vote under the age of 25, you would either have to serve in the military or to pass a test. Why, a decent portion of the people who are watching the show, you do a lot of online shows, are actually below the age of 25. What is the case to them to deprive them of their right to vote under the U.S. Constitution?
And first of all, this would require a constitutional amendment. So you're absolutely right that the current constitutional state of affairs, this is not something that I'm talking about, is a law. Let me actually share with you, Sagar, this has been distorted many times over, what the heart of my proposal actually is, and then build into that. Nothing you said was inaccurate, but let me get to the heart of the motive. What I've said is every high school student who graduates in this country should have to pass the same civics test that each of our parents, I'm going to presume, had to pass in order to become citizens of this country, right? Every immigrant has to pass in order to become a citizen of this country. I think I'll stand by and wait for a good argument. I still haven't heard of one for why high school students in this country, when they turn 18, should not have to know the same things about the country that a naturalized citizen, we demand them to know as well. And so now let's talk about actually a legal structure we already have. Age 18 to 25, young men in this country have to already register. You did it, I did it, I'm sure.
Yep.
Selective service registration on pain of criminal penalties. You have to register for the draft. I've said that I would actually decriminalize that. I don't think that's the way we should do things in this country. But in return for decriminalizing the selective service mandate for men in the age of 18 to 25, I've said we need to instead tie civic privileges to civic duties, as our founding fathers envisioned. We live in a constitutional republic. That means something. It means our civic privileges come with civic duties attached to them. That's what our founding fathers envisioned. And that's part of what I think we need to revive. And so I've said that, yes, I believe that at least when you're age 18 to 25, that same window where we have selective service mandates today, you at least have to pass that same civics test that an immigrant has to pass, or else tests aren't for everybody. At least serve the country in some minimal way, military or first responder role. And I'll tell you what I expect to happen. Voting rates are very low in kids and young people among the ages of 18 to 25. I think they will skyrocket